the person that you, because this is some advanced stuff with this one.
Right. That's what I'm thinking of this one.
I'm talking about the way I feel. The thought of me not producing love for her, is murderous.
God damn, D.
I have one desire, and that is to love this sister with every fiber, or she can chain whip my goddamn ass.
Okay.
That's the type of shit I'm talking. This thing is so severe. Until the thought, now we're not talking about murderous in the aspect of, I'm trying to give you the expression. I'm not talking about some insecurity. I'm talking about something that now is your life. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a whole different thing. Can you get to that level? I think not. It has to be, what I'm talking about can't be explained in human terms because it's very rarely happens on the planet Earth. We're talking about things that's like 1 in a million.
Right.
But I'm at that level. I can't explain it, you have to get to that level, whereas this being compliments you till in so many words, it is your other self. No separation. Now you can live without a lot of things, but you can't live without yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that's a whole other thing. We'll get deeper into that particular realm. But as far as, so give or take, let's say if you can, what can you do with a person that's not on that level? The best thing you can do is, by loving that person unconditionally, you're loving yourself, because it's still, again, it's your heart chakra. But on the other hand, you can just kick back and live a life of just being used to each other. A comfort zone, huh?
Ain't that hell though? A reoccurring.
It definitely is. Well, let's put it this way. If we are doing a tape to get to the ultimate solutions,
that's right,
then that's the same shit everybody else is out here doing.
Yeah. Fuck that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we are trying to encourage people to do the ultimate. And that is to walk away from anything. You see what I'm saying? That's keeping you from a higher level. And sometimes, even if you end up by yourself, it's better than being in some bullshit that you know ultimately ain't gonna never be nothing. Because even if you by yourself, there's the 1/1,000,000th of a chance that there's some possibility. But one thing is definite with a person, you see what I'm saying, that's not in sync and never will be, you're trapped in slavery.
God damn.
You see what I'm saying?
That's it, bro.
I tell anybody, and children, I don't give a damn if they fucking 2 days old, should not be the criteria
That's right.
of why you stay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because children can adapt to anything.
I know I did.
You know what I'm saying? You can't miss, but you can't measure. You see? And there's a bigger esoteric question on that too, but we'll get to that later.
All right. Wow, Bobby. Okay, now what we just was talking about. What are soulmates, twin souls, soulmates, and twin flame soulmates? And can you find that person?
Okay, first one I want to deal with is soulmates. You can have several soulmates. Ginger was my soulmate. But a soulmate can be a person also that you was in another lifetime with. And they came back to do a certain work. I'll give you an example. Because I can use my own experience. That's the good part about sitting with a person who's gone through a lot of things and then and basically chronicle and survey these things. All of these things are your own experience. Well, let's give you my experience. This way it takes it off the philosophy level.
Right.
Ginger was in the priesthood with me back in Kemet, Egypt. She was a student of mine that I ended up going with, having a passionate affair with, but it interfered with our work, and we ended up both getting kicked out of the mystery system. Now, it's not the only time I was in the mystery system. I was in the mystery system several times in Kemet. This was just one particular incarnation, because you have many incarnations. And I've been a priest for thousands of years in different incarnations. In Kemet, in Samaria, in Lumeria, in Atlantis, and all of that type of stuff if you really want to deal with how old the earth is. But at this particular incarnation, I was a priest. And we got kicked out because I retarded retarded her learning, or I was an impediment upon her learning process, because I got real personal with it and all. And I got kicked out of the mystery system. We both did. So at this particular time, to make wrong that right, she was on the other side of the country in California. She came all the way to Atlanta to be with me, and we completed what we had to do in this incarnation for 7 years. You see what I'm saying? And 7 being a mystical number, 7 chakras, completion. You see, completion and all. So that is one of the one of the aspects of a soulmate. She was a soulmate. But now, then there is the soul's half. And that's a rare link. But I do know that that's what this is. It's the soul's half. You say, well, how would you know that? I say, because I went through 12 women, advanced women on a certain level, certain spiritual meanings, because I follow things to the T. And then this comes up, and there's no doubt about it. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. And not only I knew this person for almost 6 years, 7 years, and from the first day I met her, I called her my cousin or my family member. And I couldn't understand why. It's because, hell, she was a part of me, and part of my family, part of me. And only until now, it's come to the point where my eyes are open to this. So there are soul halves. You see what I'm saying? On that particular aspect,
That's a twin soul?
That's a twin soul. That's that would be called a twin soul.
And what is a twin flame soul?
Same thing.
Same thing. All right.
Yeah. The soul is a sun. S-U-N-S-O-n.
All right, got you.
Yeah.
Now, how do you find that person? How do you know it if you around that person? How do you find them?
Okay. If it is necessary to find them, then the spirit world you will find each other. It's as simple as that.
Well, how can you tell that's the person?
You'll find the person. I'll explain that in a minute. But sometime in this cycle, if it's not necessary, then it's not necessary to find them, and it could go either way. How do you find that person? I would say personally, based on my experience and my knowledge, based on the cycle that we are in now, because every person is conscious. That's what we make these tapes for, are those people who are listening to this thing, because I'm not really interested in talking to people who are just hearing knowledge for the first time. Anybody that's conscious at this particular time should understand that we are at the twilight period of the end times of this creation period. So, more than likely, a lot of people we come in contact with at this particular time, some of those twin souls are going to be right in the vicinity. Now, how can you tell? The twin souls are usually inseparable, which means a lot of the idiosyncrasies and pathologies that would normally go with even very powerful lovers, you tend to get past that. They say love is a union of opposites. But then there comes a time whereas both opposites are polarized in you, and the person that you meet is just like yourself. You know, and both of you have gotten rid of your idiosyncrasies and that particular aspect, that you just know it. You just know it. It's something that